Rumbidzai Samantha Midori, Life's Glue Trap. Life's Glue Trap, Rumbidzai Samantha Midori.
The aroma of cheese engulfed his nostrils. The mouse could only think about the tasty cheese across the room, which was simply irresistible. It was as if an invisible force was pulling it closer and closer to his prize, the biggest piece of cheese it had ever seen. And as it leaned forward to take the first bite, something felt strange and sticky. It had been caught in a glue trap. It tried hard to break free, and in a last, desperate attempt for freedom, it shook its body so violently that it tore off a patch of its skin that left an ugly scar, a constant reminder of its ordeal. Contest chair fell into his masters and beasts. Just like the mouse, I have found myself stuck in life's glue trap. Have you ever been enticed by something irresistible?
Yes.
Pursued it and found yourself worse off than you were before?
Yeah.
If you have, then you have experienced firsthand the cunning nature of life's glue trap. When I was in high school, I was a star student, and all I needed was 24 hours for me to go through the notes and straight A's. I soon came to believe that I was just naturally intelligent. And it is with this frame of mind that I got into university, medical school, on my way to achieving my dream of becoming a doctor. 3 years later, exactly 24 hours before my final, I came to a shocking revelation. Turns out, I wasn't naturally intelligent after all. I panicked. There was so much to do and so little time. But my roommate offered a solution. She knew a guy who knew one of the invigilators who, for the right fee, would slip a copy of the answer sheet along with the question paper. And just like a mouse, the irresistible aroma of a distinction on my transcript engulfed my mind. I felt an invisible force pulling me closer and closer, and I soon found myself stuck in life's glue trap. I got expelled, and my scar, my dream of becoming a doctor, no more. I began to descend into a pit of despair, but I soon found solace in the arms of a tall, dark, and hairy man named Tom. Now, Tom had charisma, and he had swagger, and he could catch the attention of any room. And those that knew Tom well told me that he was bad news. But to me, he was my knight in shining armor, sent to rescue me, his damsel in distress. And just like the mouse, the irresistible aroma of his charm filled my heart, and I felt a force drawing me closer and closer until I found myself once again stuck in life's glue trap. Tom was already engaged to be married, and my scar, a broken heart. Raise your hand if you've ever had your heart broken. So you understand, and you know that hell had no fury like a woman scorned. I was angry at Tom. I was mad at the world because I was stuck and could see no way out. So I turned to life's best, life coach, my father, who told me, Samantha, it is your choice to either stay stuck in self-pity and regret, or to fight to break free. With those words, I redirected all that fury and channeled it into something positive. And I called out to the warrior within because I chose to fight to break free and fight for my future. I soon landed a decent job, and I even got married. And it was at this job that I began to build onto my career. And as part of a development program, I was introduced to Toastmasters. And in a meeting just like this one, I got inspired by Toastmaster leader's speech. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. That very week, I stopped talking to a lot of my friends. And then I met Sylvia. Sylvia was rich, accomplished, had the kind of beauty that made all men want to marry her and all women want to be her. I remember Toastmaster's speech, show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Sylvia and I became friends. It was Sylvia who introduced me to an amazing investment opportunity that promised to double your profits in a year. And just like a mouse, the irresistible love of wealth engulfed my mind. I felt a force pulling me closer and closer to the bank, where I took the maximum possible loan and invested my life savings. Turns out the whole thing was a Ponzi scheme. And there I was once again, stuck in
Life's glue trap.
my scar, a cycle of debt. Toastmasters and guests, take a moment, look back at those irresistible things that you have pursued and found yourself rock bottom, with a broken dream, a broken heart, and just downright broke. Today I stand before you, debt-free, with a loving husband and a promising career because I chose to break free. To break free, all you need to do is to stay positive, to learn from your mistakes, but most importantly, to call out to the warrior within and to fight for your future. And though you might emerge with a scar, look at that scar as a symbol of strength. Wear it as a badge of honor, knowing that you are finally free from life's blue trap. Pontus chair.